Okay, so this is just going to be a quick little video. I saw the video by Hello Saints, which I love the channel. I love Hello Saints. I love that he's looking into the church from a perspective where he just wants to understand. I made some comments on the channel video. This is the video where the second video where he's talking to a member from Saints Unscripted. I don't know what they're called now, but alright. So here's what's up. First off, the holy garment, right? I wear it. I'm a temple attending member. Is not just a reminder of our covenants. Does it remind us of our covenants? Yes. Is that what it is? No. It is so much more. It is literally a garment for protection. And it says so when you receive special promises and you receive the garment in the temple. How do you put this? It states that it will protect you. As long as it is worn correctly and throughout your life, it will protect you. It will protect you from physical and spiritual harm. And it does. I myself, in the military, got shot. Guess what? The temple garment slowed the bullet. My scapula would have been shattered by the bullet that shot me if the bullet had not first gone through the garment and been slowed. The bullet touched my scapula and stopped. It didn't break it. It didn't puncture it. It didn't dent it. It didn't do anything. The bullet had been slowed to a point where the bullet merely entered my body and stopped. So did it stop the bullet from entering my body? No. Did it slow it enough that it wouldn't hurt me? Yes. My father was in a fire. A massive fire. All of his clothes were burned. All of his skin was burned, save for where his garment was. So tell me, does it offer physical protection? Absolutely. Is it magical? You could call it that. More like through it, God protects us physically. Does it protect us from sin? Yes, if we do not allow ourselves to purposefully to be placed into sin, it protects us from temptation and sin. It offers us extra strength when we need it. The second thing that I wanted to make this little tidbit about came from that video was the atonement. Non-denominational Christians and most Protestants and even the Catholics put emphasis on the cross and the death of Christ. That is not where the emphasis needs to be. The atonement requires 3 parts. It required his suffering in Gethsemane, his suffering on the cross, his death on the cross, which is part of his suffering on the cross, and his resurrection. Without these 3 parts, the atonement is incomplete. You must focus on all 3, putting too much focus on one more than the others is telling Christ that what he did is pointless. If we focus merely on the cross, on his death, we are telling Christ that he's not alive. If we focus on just his resurrection, we tell him that his suffering meant nothing. If we focus on just Gethsemane, we lose the fact that he suffered just as much on the cross before his death. Christ suffered in Gethsemane until blood came from his pores. Every pore. That's enough pain to kill a man. And that's his psychological and mental and spiritual and physical pain. Then, but in Gethsemane, he had an angel to assist. Upon the cross, he had the same suffering. The exact same suffering that he suffered in Gethsemane. Only this time he had no help. He had no assistance. And it hurt him so badly that he cried out, Abba, Abba, where art thou? Why hast thou forsaken me? He literally cried out, Dad, Dad, where are you? Why don't I have any help with this? And then he died. But he didn't just die. He gave up the ghost. He literally decided when his death was. Romans didn't decide it. His disciples didn't decide it. The Pharisees and the Sadducees didn't decide it. He decided when he would die. Then, and only then, came this most wonderful aspect. He spent 3 days working with those who had died. And then he was resurrected. And that resurrection meant that all men would one day be resurrected with bodies, physical and spiritual. Bodies of flesh and spirit. Not flesh and blood like we have now. Not broken and corrupt bodies that we have, but immortal, perfect bodies. Many LDS members focus too much on Gethsemane. Many Protestants focus too much on his death. We need to focus on all 3 aspects. His suffering in Gethsemane, his suffering upon the cross with his death, and his resurrection. So like I said, this would just be a short little tidbit, but I just wanted to point these things out. So, hello Saints. If you decide to watch this video, hopefully you get a little bit more point of view. See, while you're interviewing a channel who claims to be apologetics for the LDS Saint community, I've left this comment before. He does not understand nor represent the LDS faith as a vast majority because he does not understand it himself. He tries to water it down so that it seems more hospitable. So if you have any questions that he can't answer because, I'm sorry, he just doesn't know, there are lots of people you can contact. You can contact Quakuel. You could contact me. You could contact Cardinellis. And I can guarantee you will get a better answer than what Hello Saints will give you. Thank you. And all those who are my brothers and sisters who watch this, I love you. I love even those who are not members. That includes you, Hello Saints. So, please, feel free to contact me if you have questions. I recently posted a video about eternal progression. Thanks. Bye.